the Cincinnati Bengals have made some additional signings. Now, these obviously are not crazy signings. These are signings that are just adding players to the roster, so that's re-signing players. So yes, they did bring some players back. Based on what I've seen so far from Bengals fans, seems like they're not too excited for some of these players, but we got to talk about it because they are officially now back. So starting off right away, they did go ahead and sign a one-year contract to Cody Ford. Cody Ford is an offensive guard who's played right guard and left guard in his career. He played for the Arizona Cardinals last, but he also played for the Buffalo Bills. Now, the cool thing about him is he is most likely going to be the replacement for Max. So, obviously, you have your starting right guard, Alex Kappa. He would be the quick replacement as the backup left guard or right guard. Now, he could also challenge left guard, as I know Tom Ford said in this commenting on this post, that he could also be the backup. He could challenge the left guard for that position. Personally speaking, I still believe if they're not going to bring back Max, then he would be the quick replacement for Max. Just comparing him to Max real fast, Max is a 60.5 out of 100 overall grade, a 16.1 out of 100 pass blocking grade, a 72.7 out of 100 run blocking grade. Cody is a 41.2 out of 100 overall grade, which would be, of course, a 46 pass blocking and a 39 run blocking. So, when I tell you I truly believe he will be a backup, he is truly going to be a backup. Now, keep in mind, these are Pro Football Focus grades, so does that mean that this guy is the best he is literally just a backup? No. Okay, at the end of the day, could these grades be meaningless at the grand scheme of things? Absolutely. You know, at the end of the day, this is just somebody saying, hey, this is how I would grade this person. Could he get better in in Brian Callahan's system? Absolutely. Could he become an absolute stud? Absolutely. So, again, like I said, you know, this is something you take kind of, like I say all the time, take it with a grain of salt whenever we talk about technical grades, because a player can not grade out well, but be an absolute monster of a player overall-wise. Now, of course, we go ahead and take a look at another player they just signed. By the way, this is a one-year contract they signed him to. Based on what I'm saying, it's not that much money. It is a cheaper contract, so they actually did get a W. Second thing, Joe Mixon's agent put out a whole entire statement about the whole situation. If you guys want to read the whole statement, it's on my community tab. It's a really good read in all honesty. He goes in depth about what happened at at his residence, at Joe Mixon's residence during the time. Based on what I'm saying right now, Joe Mixon has been astonished from all claims. He is not being charged with anything. He has completely been found innocent, but his sister will be indicted with charges. So his sister will be indicted with charges, but he will not be indicted with charges at all. Again, like I said, if you wanted the full read, just read the whole thing right here. I just took out a snippet of this. He said Joe became the victim of multiple threats of physical harm and harassment on social media and at his residence in Cincinnati. These threats have been well documented. It's actually part of this sentence right here in the first, the first page. Nonetheless, though, he will be, again, like I said, #1 running back right now. Will they cut him? It's very possible. But Jamal Williams did sign a 3-year contract. So he is not going to be an option, and there are still options on the table, but it does not seem like Cincy is currently looking for a replacement at this moment in time. They're looking for a lot of things, but I don't know if they're replacing running back in the free agency. They might be looking to replace tight end in free agency and then do running back in the draft, as this draft class is very nice and actually a really good one. Alright, so next guy we have here is this man right here. Cincinnati has re-signed Trent Taylor to a 1-year contract. There is no information on whether or not, how much money that is. But Taylor was a #3 in the NFL in punt return averages and #4 in a total punt return yards. So, once I posted this, again, like I said, this is one of those guys where you bring that guy back. They brought back Michael Thomas, safety. Michael Thomas, the safety. I gotta say the safety because there is a wide receiver in the NFL. They brought him back, which I think was a big W. And again, like I said, this is not a signing that they just bring him back just to see You know, hey, listen, we need depth purposes. We need someone in that position, and it works out that we got him back. Based on what I've seen from Twitter, from social media, and from the comment alone, not many people are too happy about the fact that you guys brought him back. I'm kind of indifferent about it. I think he's more of just a really good depth piece. Could you replace him in the free agency? Absolutely. Could you replace him in the draft? Absolutely. And I'm based on what I understand from this contract, it's not going to be guaranteed anything. So, if, let's say, for example, you draft someone in the 6th round, this man might be just fighting for a roster spot. He really, right now, is just there for depth purposes, just to make sure you have someone there at this moment in time. Could he be replaced? Absolutely. So, I don't really think it's huge deal, but still, it is what it is. Also, shout out to you guys. Yes, you guys, for helping me hit 3,000 subscribers on the channel. I put out posts earlier today, and I do appreciate you guys more than freaking anything. I mean, I can't even express how much the Houday Nation has really, I feel like Shamaji P. right now, who has actually really taken me in and given me, you know, a lot of love, and I do appreciate it. And again, I will be making Bengals content on the channel as long as I can. As long as I can. Until the world no longer exists. Or Joe Burrow retires. No, I'm just kidding. But on a real note, though, I do appreciate you guys immensely for all the love and support you've given me on this channel. Next, again, we already talked about Orlando Brown. There is one other guy that was signed, and this is going to be Trayvion Williams, running back. He's pretty much just a specialist. Nothing too crazy special. We got a 1-year contract. Again, like I said, nothing too crazy. Last thing I want to talk about before we end this video is Ezekiel Elliott. I know I've posted about him, and I got a lot of comments of people saying, oh, no, we don't want Zeke Elliott. Based on what I understand, the Bengals are not interested in him. There was connections to him because he's a free agent, and obviously they need running back. But based on what I've heard from the whole Cincinnati sources, he's not going to be signing with the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm not sure who's going to sign him. I'll be honest with you, he definitely is, you know, past his prime, and I don't know how many people are actually going to be interested in him. Now, Cincinnati could get him for a very cheap bargain, which is a, you know, positive thing. But I just feel like he wouldn't fit the culture of Cincinnati. So, with that being said, he's not going to be a Cincinnati Bengal at this moment in time. And I don't see him being a Cincinnati Bengal for the foreseeable future. So, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, listen, a running back got cut. Now, you know, they're going to talk about him. But, nah, it's nothing crazy special. Nothing insane. But definitely interesting. Definitely interesting whenever a running back becomes available. But I'll be honest with you right now. I think everyone everyone watching this video can agree with me. Bengals need to target a tight end in free agency. Get a nice veteran tight end in free agency to kind of complement, you know, whatever rookie you end up going with in the draft. That is probably who I recommend you target right now. I would not target any type of, you know, I probably wouldn't target any type of running back unless he's like a very cheap option at running back, right? So, we'll have to wait and see again, like I said, what ends up happening. You never know. Maybe Cincinnati will go ahead and go out there and get someone like Damian Harris. I know Damian Harris, a lot of people have been talking about him. He's been very mocked up well to the Cincinnati Bengals. And again, he could be a guy that goes to Cincinnati. But we'll wait and see what ends up happening. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.